Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here from MDC Trading Academy with today's pre-market forecast for Wednesday, January the 12th. Let's quickly jump to our news reports for this morning. As we can see here on Wednesday, we do have inflation information at 8:30. Then, of course, we have crude inventories at 10:30 and the 10-year bond auction at 101. Bond yields, especially the 10-year yield, something to keep an eye on because it's helping us to have a pretty good gauge of what's happening with potential increases in interest rates and also an inflation. You may or may not be impacted by this at that time, but it's good to know that it's something that may impact you. So keep an eye on that particular piece of data if you're still trading at that time. Let's quickly jump to our daily chart, and of course, I love it when our analysis hits it right on the nail. And of course, we were talking about once we broke the 50, we talked about the role play that these opposite moving averages have, the 50, which is the black, and the obviously 80 SMA. And we talked about the potential confluence of these two areas, this trend line here in this 80. And we talked about on Monday potentially the market coming down to this area using a support. That would be a big test, and the market obviously used it as support and it bounced off, and the bulls are back in charge. I'm really pleased with the volume lately. We're at 1.1 averaging, and the ATR is beginning to increase once again, allowing us for a great range and plenty of opportunities to enjoy these markets. So I hope you're taking advantage of these markets, and let me know if these pre-market forecasts are helping you. Let me know if you need to see something else. If you need a bit more information, I'd be more happy to oblige. Let's go to our next time. So what are we looking for? If we can hold above the 20 SMA today, we're expecting that to be a support. And then obviously after that, what we have left? We have left just trying to run to another all-time high. That's the plan at this point. Now, can the market come back to the 50 and hold that as support? Yes, and then we can start kind of dancing between the 50 and the 20 SMA. I don't expect it to break down and come down here to the 20 SMA again. It can, but the most likelihood is that it's going to hold support on one of these two levels here, the 20 or the 80 SMA. Let's look a little deeper behind these numbers on our next time frame here. And as we can see, we have, like we mentioned, coming off the all-time high. We fell into this previous support and resistance channel, clearly broke through, huge retracement from this run here. We actually was a 61% plus, but knowing what we were up against, this was the 80 SMA on the daily, and the confluence of that particular trend line, market held, came back, used this former resistance support, this former resistance as support. As you can see it here, market kind of bounces off, holds support, it launches itself up, comes right back with a nice deep retracement. We've been seeing a lot of nice deep retracements on the recoveries to the upside in this particular run here. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. As you can see, there it is, a nice deep 50% retracement. Market clearly blasts through next support level. Obviously, this level here, this particular resistance, turn support or support turn resistance, that's where we were going, and that's exactly what happened right here. This is the next support of this market through. Now it comes here, expected retest here, and that's exactly what happens. Market retest. Now, is it going to hold or is it going to break? This particular case, it broke, and look how it used what used to be resistance as support, and that's where we find ourselves right now. Next level of resistance would be this area here. Sorry, wrong tool. Right about here. We're talking about the 47.80 range, kind of like in this area here. That's the next level of support. Now, can the market pull back? It can pull back again and then try to run higher again, particularly if it uses this particular trend line as confluence. So those are the plays for today. Now, let's look a little bit more closer at what we're looking at. And where's our analysis chart? Here we go. This is the intraday high of yesterday, intraday low. You see how the market began kind of sideways there, sideways. Jerome Powell was speaking yesterday. The market kind of remained sideways. Once it broke out, there's your support and your resistance. Kind of broke out. It ran all the way to establish this new intraday high. Market kind of dances between these two areas there during the pre-market. It establishes a fresh support level and a fresh resistance level, and it clearly breaks above. And here's the market retesting this trend line, And of course, that's our north-south line right now. We're looking for buys above this line here. Anything below here, we're looking for sells, potentially to this area. We can sell all the way down till this area. Oh my goodness, I got the wrong tool today. We can potentially sell to this area, and that's what, if the market breaks clearly below this areas here, this is what we're expecting, just a retest of this area down here. Can it move lower and not completely down there? Yeah, so in that case, let's just do a fib from this particular area to our current swing high, and there's an area where the market can retrace to a little over the 61% with a little bit of confluence with the intraday high. That would be our deepest and safest retracement for more continuation. Anything below that, of course, we're retesting this level here. But our first look at the market and expectation is that it's going to continue from this level. I hope you have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.